Today's movie is called Zombie Tidal Wave, and it tells the story of zombies. But these aren't just any zombies like we're used to. This time, the zombies are coming from the sea, which means they're gonna invade the coast. So there's no escaping the coastal scene. Let's watch. The movie begins in the ocean, where a large crack and fissure appear on the ocean floor, causing the sea to turn a bright blue color. This was due to a highly dangerous virus that spread in the sea, bringing out strange zombie-shaped creatures that destroy everything they encounter. Then, a couple who are in love, standing in the sea, playing and enjoying the beautiful atmosphere between them, splashing water on each other. At this moment, the guy takes out a ring from his pocket to propose to his girlfriend, who is incredibly impressed by him and his very gentlemanly gestures. The girl is overjoyed and can't believe it. Just as she's about to say, "I love you, let's get married right now," she finds that her boyfriend has disappeared and is no longer beside her. She keeps calling out to him, confused, thinking he's playing a prank to scare her. But suddenly, she sees her boyfriend's dead body floating to the surface, horribly disfigured, after one of the zombies emerged from the water and attacked him. The girl runs to his body, crying uncontrollably, and before she can even think about what happened, she is shocked as another zombie emerges and bites her. It starts eating her too and drags her down to the bottom of the sea. After that, a group of young people who are in the sea to fish and have a good time together. They are happy, and there are 3 of them: Hunter, Ray, and Jada. While they are fishing, there is another boat nearby with a few people playing together. One of them sets off fireworks, which land on their boat, causing it to catch fire. At this point, Hunter and his friends quickly go to the nearby boat to put out the fire and prevent it from spreading to their own boat and causing a bigger disaster. Then, Hunter returns to his boat, and at that moment, Ray is fishing. His fishing line starts to tug, and he realizes something very large is hooked. Ray tries to pull it with all his strength but struggles to get it out. However, Ray is thinking about the stubborn tuna and how he will be rich after selling it. He pulls with all his might but is shocked, along with Hunter and Jada, when they discover that what was caught on the fishing line is a body with an unrecognizable face and a disfigured appearance. At this point, Jada notices a strange light coming from the ocean through her underwater camera. She calls Hunter and Ray to check it out, hoping they might find an explanation for what's happening. Afterward, they cover the body they retrieved because of its frightening appearance. When they return to the spot later, Jada is shocked to find that the body is gone and has somehow moved. But she doesn't have time to be shocked, as she turns around and finds the body has become a zombie. It attacks her, biting her neck and killing her. This means she has also turned into a zombie. Then Ray arrives, frightened by the body, and runs away. Hunter catches up with him and tells Ray to go take care of Jada while he deals with the zombie and will give him a signal when it's done. Afterward, Hunter throws his dagger at the zombie, killing it. He then goes to Ray and Jada to see if they can save Jada from dying. Ray asks Hunter, "Did you finish it off, you rock?" Hunter replies, "And then some." They then turn around to find the zombie has risen again and starts attacking them both once more. Together, they manage to hold the zombie and beat it until it's controlled. They then throw it into the ocean before it can turn either of them into a zombie. Despite all this, the zombie remains in the water and continues to move, not dead yet. They hit it with a stick until they manage to push it away from the boat. Afterward, Hunter and Ray go to check on Jada to see if she will survive or if she's on the brink of death. They find her condition very critical and are unsure of how to help or save her. Hunter remembers Dr. Wright, Jada's friend, and quickly contacts her to inform her about Jada's condition and try to get help before it's too late. Dr. Wright learns that Jada is bleeding heavily after being attacked by a zombie. Dr. Wright immediately tells them they need to return to the beach, where she will be waiting with a full medical team to intervene and save Jada. Hunter and Ray take Jada back to the shore, where Dr. Wright and her team are waiting. They quickly transport Jada to the hospital to try and save her. At that moment, Hunter sees Officer Oconee on the beach and goes to inform him about what happened. They understand that a strange creature resembling a zombie emerged from the sea and caused all the chaos. However, Officer Oconee doesn't believe Hunter and dismisses his words as illogical and unrealistic. But as the color of the sea starts changing to a bright blue hue, Officer Oconee begins to believe him. Hunter then tells him, "Everything you need to see is right in front of you, sir." Afterward, Hunter and Officer Oconee board a boat and head to the location where Jada's incident occurred to investigate the situation further and try to understand what's happening. At this time, using the camera in the water, they can see on the screen that strange creatures are emerging from a crack in the water. The creatures are very large, but they can't make sense of what they are. At this point, Oconee and Hunter are shocked to see a large number of zombies emerging from the ocean floor and floating to the surface. Both are stunned by the strange appearance and sheer number of zombies, unable to comprehend where all these creatures are coming from. At this point, Oconee calls his team on the beach and tells them they need to evacuate the shore as quickly as possible because a plague is coming from the sea that will wipe out everyone there. Hunter quickly contacts Dr. Wright and informs her that Jada must be isolated in a separate place because she was bitten by a zombie and has turned into a carrier of a mysterious plague and virus that no one understands. Meanwhile, Oconee's team arrives and works to evacuate people from the beach and move them away before the zombies reach them and attack. However, most people stand around watching, waiting for the disaster to unfold, as is often the case. They enjoy witnessing the catastrophe before trying to escape and seek help from others, despite having had the opportunity to leave the area earlier. At that moment, the seawater begins to recede significantly, and suddenly a massive wave, a tsunami, appears coming from the ocean toward the beach. The wave is carrying a large number of zombies that will devastate the beach. Despite the impending danger, people continue to watch in disbelief. At this point, Hunter and Oconee increase the speed of their boat to escape the incoming water before it overwhelms them. However, the speed of the tsunami far exceeds that of their boat. As the water was about to hit Oconee and Hunter, they quickly decided to hide in the boat's cabin to protect themselves from drowning. They used the boat's speed to try and get pushed back to the beach by the tsunami. That's exactly what happened. The water carried them back to the shore. However, they weren't alone, as the zombies also reached the beach in vast numbers and began attacking and consuming everyone they encountered. Hunter and Oconee then got out of the boat and did their best to help the people in their path, trying to fend off the zombies to protect and save as many lives as possible. However, a large number of people were bitten and infected by the zombies, and they began to turn into zombies themselves. Oconee and Hunter struggled to keep up with the overwhelming number of attackers and couldn't manage to eliminate all the threats. Meanwhile, Jada, who had started to regain consciousness in the hospital, was feeling cold. Suddenly, all her vital signs flatlined, and she died. Ray was by her side during this time. Ray approached Jada to understand what happened, but he was shocked when he saw her rise from the dead as a zombie and attack him with all her strength. One of the nurses came in when he saw her behaving strangely, thinking she might have a fever rather than being a zombie. However, as soon as he approached her, Jada attacked him, biting him and turning him into a zombie as well. At this point, Hunter and Oconee are still on the beach, trying to kill as many zombies as they can. However, with so many people having turned into zombies, the situation has become catastrophic, and they realize they can't manage to control it on their own. They quickly fled the area, jumping into a nearby car to escape. Inside the car, they found two people who had been hiding from the zombies. They decided to take them along to protect them from the zombies. Dr. Wright emerges from her office to check on the patients and is also preoccupied with trying to understand the nature of the virus that has hit the city. She's struggling to grasp its characteristics and how it's spreading. At that moment, she was puzzled to find the entire hospital in chaos, with no sounds from anyone. She was bewildered by the absence of both patients and staff, wondering where everyone had gone. She was shocked when she saw Jada, her friend, sitting on the ground, aggressively and ravenously devouring someone. Suddenly, Jada turned her face and noticed Dr. Wright. Dr. Wright was stunned and quickly ran from the scene, with Jada chasing her. Suddenly, Ray appeared and grabbed Dr. Wright, pulling her into the room where he had been hiding to protect her. Meanwhile, Hunter, Oconee, and the others go to seek refuge at Officer Oconee's friend's place to escape from the zombies that have spread throughout the streets. As they begin to enter the place, a zombie appears. The man and woman who were with them, the man cowardly, sacrificed his partner by throwing her to the zombie to escape himself. They manage to get inside and lock themselves in. When they get inside, Hunter argues with the man about his actions, criticizing him for sacrificing his partner to save himself. The man responds, "Come on, anyone in my place would have done the same or even more. Besides, they're ashes. We're still flesh and blood." At this point, the man becomes enraged, grabs Officer Bach's gun to threaten them, and demands that they put their weapons down, or he will kill them all. They all tried to trick him, but the man was serious. He ended up killing Bach with the gun and then ran to take Bach's rifle. However, Hunter quickly intervened, hitting him on the head and rendering him unconscious. Afterward, Hunter and Oconee armed themselves with all available weapons to confront the zombies. Before they went out, they tied up the traitorous man inside the room so that the zombies would find and attack him because of his actions. Hunter and Oconee then exited the house, using shields to protect themselves from the zombies. As soon as they stepped out, they were immediately attacked by a large number of zombies, and they fought back, killing them mercilessly. Hunter had an RPG and used it to take out groups of zombies, throwing numerous grenades to eliminate them. Their main goal at that point was to reach the car and drive away. They managed to reach the car, get in quickly, and drive away. Meanwhile, the man they had tied up inside managed to get hold of the handcuff keys, free himself, and escape from the place before the zombies could kill him. But as soon as he reached the door and was about to leave, he saw his girlfriend, now a zombie because he had pushed her to her death, standing in front of him. Before he could react, she attacked him, killed him, and turned him into a zombie just like her. Next, we see two people named Dash and Sam running as they flee from zombies that are chasing them throughout the music festival they were attending. They managed to reach their friend who was waiting in the car to help them escape quickly. However, their friend, pretending to be strong, grabbed knives and went out to fight the zombies. Unfortunately, the zombies overpowered him, killed him, and devoured him. Dash and Sam tried to start the car to escape, but it wouldn't start. Meanwhile, a woman named Tani was running from zombies chasing her. She went to a house owned by someone named Driscoll and kept ringing the doorbell repeatedly, hoping he would come out and help her. However, Driscoll was cautious and didn't let anyone in just like that. He wanted to make sure first that Tani hadn't been bitten by a zombie, to avoid her turning into a zombie inside his house and posing a threat to him. Driscoll verifies that Tani is in good condition and hasn't been bitten. He then opens the door for her and lets her in so she can use the phone as needed. Tani then calls her father, who turns out to be Akoni. She informs him that she is at Driscoll's house. However, Akoni, who apparently doesn't like Driscoll, advises her to leave and move to another location. Tani reassures him that Driscoll's house is very safe and that she plans to stay there to avoid wasting her life. She warns him that if she were to turn into a zombie, she would come after him first. At that moment, her father tells her that he will first go to find her sister, Sam, and then he will come to her at Driscoll's house. Soon after, Akoni and Hunter arrive at Sam's location. There, they come up with a plan. Dash plays his instrument to get the zombies away from Sam, which works. Sam manages to reach her father, Akoni, safely. They then devise another plan to retrieve Dash, but it fails when a zombie attacks and bites him. They all quickly flee the area and get into their car to escape. Hunter tells them in the car that they need to go to the hospital quickly to save his beloved Dr. Wright, who is the only one he has left. At that time, zombies have surrounded the area from all sides. Akoni and Hunter search everywhere for Dr. Wright. Sam uses the external microphone to inform Dr. Wright that she needs to go to the second floor. Throughout this time, Hunter and Akoni continue fighting off the zombies, eliminating them one by one. After a strenuous effort, they manage to reach Dr. Wright and Ray, who was with her. They all quickly get back into the car and head to Driscoll's house to retrieve Tani. They manage to reach her successfully. While at home, Akoni hears a strange noise coming from downstairs. When he goes to investigate, a zombie attacks him, and he starts fighting to defend himself. Akoni tries to fend off the zombie, but it manages to bite him. Driscoll arrives just in time to kill the zombie, and they all take Akoni with them to try to treat his wound. They all ask Driscoll why he kept the zombie. Driscoll explains that he was the first to discover the virus and the zombies, and he kept one to conduct experiments and research to understand what it was. He continued, "I experimented with many things to find their weakness. In the end, I discovered that the only solution is to kill them with electricity, as they cannot withstand it." After that, Hunter and Dr. Wright go outside into the garden, where they are attacked by zombies. However, they manage to kill all of them and get rid of them. Afterward, they pass through all the zombies they encounter on their way until they manage to enter a cave and hide there. At this point, Akoni tells them that he knows the cause of the pandemic. He explains, "A month ago, a pharmaceutical company started conducting extensive experiments and research to develop a treatment that would extend human lifespan and prevent aging." Akoni continues, "But there was a major issue with their research, leading to a negative transformation that caused everyone to turn into zombies. Everyone is shocked by his revelation. At that moment, a large number of zombies attack them with full force. Everyone starts fighting them off to eliminate the threat once again. Before they could escape from the cave, Akoni took a grenade from his daughter to use it as a last resort. As soon as they were out of the cave, Akoni detonated the grenade, sacrificing himself to destroy all the zombies inside. Then, Hunter, Dr. Wright, Ray, Tani, Sam, and Driscoll divided into two teams to execute their plan effectively. Their goal was to eliminate all the zombies, prevent the virus from spreading, and eradicate it once and for all. At that time, they agreed that one team would lure all the zombies to the lake. Once there, they would electrify the water to eliminate all the zombies. This team consisted of Hunter, Dr. Wright, and Sam. The second team was tasked with taking a large bomb and throwing it into the sea at the source of the virus to stop its spread. This mission was assigned to Driscoll, Ray, and Tani. While Hunter was trying to set up the electricity, a giant zombie attacked him, aiming to kill him. Hunter tried to hit it from every angle, but it was ineffective, and he couldn't bring the zombie down. However, Hunter was eventually able to sever the zombie's arm and neck and throw it into the water. The electricity was then activated with Sam's help, and Dr. Wright had successfully lured all the zombies to the lake. The zombies were electrocuted, and they were all eliminated. After that, Driscoll went into the sea to to try and throw the bomb into the designated spot to detonate it. However, as soon as he went into the sea, he was attacked by a large number of zombies and was overwhelmed and killed. At this point, Ray decides to sacrifice himself to detonate the bomb and prevent the virus from spreading. Before triggering the explosion, he asks Tawny to return to the beach quickly. Ray detonates the bomb, eliminating the source of the virus forever. Tawny manages to return safely to the beach, where she reunites with Hunter, Dr. Wright, and Sam. The film ends.